usually ever since the pandemic started, I've been, giving updates on what the virus has been canceling, delaying, changing, whatever. There's not much to really say. The only thing I've noticed that it made the new like Tom Hanks war movie Greyhound go to Apple TV Plus, which I don't have that, but I'm gonna try to find a way to watch that movie because that looks good. But yeah, other than that, I can't really think of anything. Movie theaters are starting to open up, but I'm gonna talk about if Tenet will make its release date or not. So I'll get more into that later. But there's another like recent event that happened, and you know what it is, the protests. I don't want to, this isn't a political podcast or anything, so I don't want to dwell on this too much, especially since I've already made a video recording the protest, and I think it's good that I did that to help spread the word even more than it has. Black Lives Matter. Police brutality should be outlawed unless it's self-defense, and really has to be self-defense. And then looting and rioting, maybe rioting to an extent, but looting is fucked up and not a good way to protest. I didn't record this part, but during the protest the march in my town, there was then like a bunch of speeches at like one of the schools, and a couple like kids were just fucking around with cops, like shit like that. Like those cops didn't do anything, so I mean that's kind of dumb. These are also like kids that have experiences with the cops for other reasons. So I'm not gonna dwell on this too much, but yeah, Black Lives Matter. Anyways, let's get on with our smaller topics. I just want to start with let's see. I got some things. Oh right, the PS5 event. Whew. Let me tell you, I feel that thing is cursed. It was originally announced for like February of this year. That got delayed, and I feel like it was going to be like another day of the year, but it probably got pushed due to the pandemic. Don't quote me on that. I haven't been following it that much. It's possible that that's not the case because I've heard of every other new date and pushed date. So whatever. And then it was announced June. Let me check the calendar. It was last Thursday, uh, June 4th. Announced to be June 4th, but then that was pushed back due to the protests. And Sony didn't want to be like, no, ignore the protests, look at us. They didn't want to do that. So, respect. Now that the protests aren't like, well, no, they're still going on, but it's you can have other things go on too now. It's like, I don't know how to say it without sounding like an idiot, but you get what I'm saying, hopefully. So now they've announced it for tomorrow, in fact. Uh, July, June 11th. Today is June 10th. Hopefully this also goes up. The audio version will go up on June 10th. Hopefully the YouTube version goes up on June 10th. I'm recording this earlier in the day, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited. I will be live streaming my reaction to this reveal event because I really want to know what the PS5 has. The Xbox Series X, like I have more trust in Sony, but I'm not counting the Series X out completely. Who knows? I might get fucking both when they come out. I don't know, but I just have more trust in Sony, and I believe Sony will like blow me away tomorrow. Whether it be like there's a rumor like Demon Souls or Bloodborne, something like that. I don't know. They can reveal Spider-Man 2, Horizon Zero Dawn 2, God of War 2, or I mean it's a sequel to God of War 5, maybe however you look at it. You know, I've heard rumors that there might be that Days Gone might go on there. You know, I don't know. The Days Gone. I never played that one. It does look a lot of fun though. So I heard it's bad, but it does look fun. So I might want to try that. But it's just there's just a lot to look forward to about this event, and the Xbox Series X. You know, that was a good event up until Assassin's Creed part. Me and Doug talked about that whole fiasco, I guess, last last episode, last month. And it was pretty dumb that, like, they also didn't specify that any of those were exclusives. This, like, if they show the right games, like, you don't need to tell us that they're exclusive, like, because, like, if you show Spider-Man, like, by Insomniac, because Sony now owns Insomniac, so that's simple. If you reveal Spider-Man 2, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if you reveal Spider-Man 2, that's clear to me at least that it's exclusive. Maybe you should still specify that it's exclusive. But yeah, pretty excited for the PS5 event. Anyways, oh yeah, there's something I want to talk about in terms of WWE. I talk about it a little bit. You know, I made an entire episode of the podcast, almost 2 hours long, of me recapping the two-night WrestleMania. I talked about it when CM Punk came back to Fox, not really WWE. And I talked about what the coronavirus can do to the WWE. That's really, and I rambled about it in one episode. I don't know. There's this woman wrestler named Nia Jax who is she's actually the cousin of The Rock, so that's why she's still employed. Because my gosh, she is fucking dangerous. Um, like basically, she got this move called the Buckle Bomb band, and for you that don't know, and a lot of you who watch me or listen to this podcast don't know wrestling. So the Buckle Bomb is basically like it's essentially you throw your opponent into like the top turnbuckle, you know, and they're supposed to bounce off, you know. So there's like cooperation, you know. Obviously, wrestling is staged and faked and everything, so there's some cooperation there. Um, like a couple months ago, Nia Jax was in this match with Kairi Sane, and that wasn't a normal buckle bomb she performed on her. It was she like fucking threw her like nothing into the turnbuckle, not the top one, the middle one, and it gave her a concussion. That was after she came back from a concussion as well. Then like a few weeks ago, she does it again. Not only that, she like chucks her into the fucking steel steps, and then gets the buckle bomb banned. Bro, something needs to happen to Nia Jax, because like this isn't the first time she's done this. Kairi Sane's not the only person she's done this to. She's done this to like a lot of people. She once even canceled like a championship match because she injured Bayley. Like it's fucked up how much. And she's getting a championship match at Backlash, which is like Sunday. Like it's essentially like she's getting awarded for this like I don't want to say unprofessionalism, but like it's more like not knowing her own strength. Like she's like much bigger than like most of the girls she fights, you know. So she has to be aware. You have to be aware of your own strength when you're doing shit like that, and she isn't. So, but people are saying she needs to get fired. I'm not saying fired. Maybe suspended or put back to developmental to work on what she does. She was out for like a year, but that didn't. She didn't learn anything from that. So obviously she's gonna need more than a year. So yeah, that's all I got on that. IGN. here again, making a pretty bad review uh, for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I made a review for that. Go check it out. It's one of my more recent reviews, so go check that out. It'll probably be at the end of this video on the YouTube version, but yeah, I thought it was really good. There's a problem with what they did though. You know, they keep talking about how it's such a great improvement over the other two versions, the one on the Wii and the one on the new 3DS. And then they give the game an 8 out of 10. Now, an 8 out of 10 is good. That's actually really good. Like, usually when a review score is, like, lower than a 9, people want to murder you. But, no, an 8 out of 10 is really good. But, you see, sorry about that cut, by the way, but you see, they gave Definitive Edition an 8 out of 10, which is not bad, but they constantly kept saying it was an improvement over the other two versions. What did they give the other two versions? The Wii version, they gave a 9, and the new 3DS version, which is pretty bad, I heard, by the way, they gave a fucking 8.7. 8.7. And you say Definitive Edition is an improvement. No, it's not. Plus, there's much misinformation in the review, and there's also mispronunciation of characters' names. How do you do that? Did you not play the game? Like they say, the dude says Rain instead of Rhine, which I kind of get that. When I first read it, I was a lot younger when I first found out about these characters. When I first read the name, I read Rain, but that was because I was an idiot that never played the game. But it's spelled R-E-Y-N. So maybe that can kind of slide, because that could work. It kind of does spell rain, but, like, it's pronounced Rhine. You should, if you played the game, you should know that. And then, what makes no sense, though, is that the reviewer pronounced Dunban Duncan. There's no C in his name. What the fuck you on about? So, yeah, it was quite hard to watch, that review. Anyways, there's also Sonic. You know, I really like Sonic, the movie, a lot better than I expected. I mean, towards its release, I expected something good, but, like, when the first trailers dropped a long time ago, and if you were to tell me that this were to, like, really break the curse of game-to-movie adaptations, I would have strangled you. Because the trailer looked so bad originally. But, no, I liked the first one, and they set up a sequel. Well, they've confirmed the sequel. They've confirmed that, I forgot his name. No, Jeff Fowler, I believe his name was, yeah. They've confirmed that Jeff Fowler is back. They didn't, as far as I'm concerned, they didn't confirm any of the, they didn't confirm any of the cast to be returning, which is strange because they are really good. But Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, and you know, Jim Carrey especially, they gotta come back. So I don't really want to say much about that. I hope to see Tails. He's in the after credits scene. I hope to see Knuckles, my boy. Knuckles is my boy, you know. So I hope to see those characters. But yeah, pretty cool. Let's see what else. I have a whole list here in case you're wondering why I always turn over. I guess the last brief topic I got here is oh yeah, I got HBO Max recently. My boy Ramkit actually lended me a his login and everything. He logged in on my laptop and all that stuff, and I have HBO Max. I've been watching a lot of Doom Patrol because new season's coming out. But I'll have more to say about this service itself. Maybe I can look at the service later in the show. But there's one thing I wanted to quickly talk about, and that is the Looney Tunes cartoons. Now, this is probably the biggest original they have. It's nothing that would make me want to get the service. You know, the library they have made me want the service, and just the Snyder Cut, which I'll also talk about later, which isn't coming till 2021, but that makes me interested in the service. But the Looney Tunes cartoons, they're good. I like them. I watched all of them. There's like 10. Well, each episode has actually 2 shorts, I guess, plus a little one in between, like in sort of interlude that's short. Yeah, they're really funny. I just find all of them entertaining. They do just they get all the characters. They get a Bugs Bunny cartoon. They get, excuse me, a Porky and Daffy cartoon. Um, they get like a Wile E. Coyote and a Roadrunner cartoon. They get Tweety and Sylvester. It's cool stuff. Um, the last one was Daffy and Elmer Fudd. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I like the whole thing. It's awesome. I guess it gets an 8 out of 10. Don't kill me because it's less than a 9. It's an 8 out of 10.